in games, J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 51 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Josh, you're my boy.
A play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Browns drive about to get started. For them, a touchdown their last goal.
I want that.
Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
I'll pay more right here. Now I'm with the Rams defense. They do it the pick.
But you have to be prepared for
what?
wrinkles and counters,
because
you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Chubbs!
And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
The Chubbs! The Chubbs!
I feel like I could see.
I'll pay more now, Josh. So I do. I'll pay more now. That's different.
Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready. It looked for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
This is fielded at the
Come here.
27.
We doing, Josh? We doing?
5 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens.
Josh, I'm on that, my boy. He ain't doing nowhere today.
Offense at the line, set to get
Hold on. Pick up. Watch out. Watch. I ain't gonna do that.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards.
Put the back.
Out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
That hit. Oh, that was hit. The hit could get popped.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gives you...
I know you don't know why you did it. I don't know why, but...
That's good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
More out the bathroom, more he left.
What more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. They'll run on 1st down.
Hey, dog.
Dobbins, and he went nowhere. He'll lose.
Josh, that don't work, my boy. I tell you, bro. I wait for him, bro. We wait for him.
There to take him down
Lane.
for the loss.
Put the dog over that man. Yeah. We put the dog there. Fuck the Ravens. They trash. He choke. We're wrong. He choke. He choke. We play off. He choke. Dude. Hold on. A bit more here.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson.
Woo!
Incomplete. pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Josh, I told you, bro. He ain't the ball no more. He ain't up no more, Josh. He ain't like that.
And that led to an incompletion.
Oh, shit, I know what to do.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got
what?
his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have the Ravens first
Brown,
down as they're able
Brown.
to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
At the 15-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he snaps right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson, his pass caught with the 4. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
I thought about Italy.
From 13 yards
I thought about Italy, Josh.
and the Ravens
Dude, man, I thought about Italy, though. Italy don't want to beat me on the game. Look that back.
To take it in for the score.
Nothing to me.
And how about the phases
Man,
of a successful catch? Completion of the block.
No, bad, bro.
Secure the
Beat
catch. And then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7.
14.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown.
I'm out. Yeah.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And this will make it into the end zone.
I'm doing purpose. I know what I'm doing.
4-yard line.
I know what I'm doing, Josh. I know what I'm doing, Josh. I know what I'm doing. Josh, I know what I'm doing, my boy. I do it on purpose.
I do know this from experience.
On purpose.
There'll be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the
What's that?
field.
And he'll take
What's that? What's that? What's that? Yeah. What's that? I'm always.
They'd love to
Yeah.
just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
For Nick Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They go play action. Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
If I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
They'll run the option on third and short yardage. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Ravens, 39-yard line.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Down, Cleveland.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Shotgun, it's Mayfield. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Marquise Brown, incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards, a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On first down, Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Now Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. Tackle made that time by Kevin Johnson.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson caught by Snead over the middle. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 7.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It was Matt Judon that time who worked his way in to blow that play up.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 13. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
Now Jackson, flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down. Mayfield looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hunt. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going to the air again with Mayfield. That is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
5 yards to go.
The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 26. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to every blitz that he has. Any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield to throw it.
He'll get this one underneath to Hunt.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Calais